أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. صراحة أنا سعيدة جدا يعني بانضمامي للمنظمة، والشكر الخاص لبروفيسور علام للجهود بتاعته، ربنا يتقبله. عشان ندخل في الموضوع على طول، يعني برضو I'm choosing also this time the camel. So my topic is promotion of camel production and marketing through application of sustainability and traceability programs for rebuilding Sudan. And the purpose of this chapter to describe some of pre-war and current war obstacles and challenges facing camel. The type of the camel that we have in Sudan is the one hump camel or Camulus dermodaris. We will speak about its population, production, and marketing. So the purpose mainly is to state a strategic plan and recommendation to rebuild and restore this valuable animal for Sudan. Because it very important to Sudan, we also want to contribute in helping all stakeholders dealing with camel production and marketing to address their constraints, limitation, which will result in efficient export promotion and thus increasing the income of the country. Sorry, LE is not in income. Moreover, some of the UN 2013 Sustainable Development Goal will be achieved if those recommendations stated be taken. So the camels from the ancient time is called the sheep of the desert because most camels have survived, adapted to the harsh environment. With its high adaptability, with some anatomical feature for the different production system. And almost all camel communities, not only in Sudan, especially if using the excessive production system, this means the open system, compromise a variety of movement patterns that range from, it could be short distance, of course they use the camel, and if you see here, this is the whole house, and those are the camel owners who are traveling here. This is me and some of my students. Now they are staff when are dealing with some of field trials. So this movement, it could be either short or it could be very long and continuous. The main production system, as I said, is the traditional nomadic system with other like sedentary system, transhumans, and semi-intensive system. And the most important, that camel could be one of the most useful species to be managed under natural resource with marginal limited resources without endanger the environment. For example, if you see this camel, it will just get a bite from the trees or the plant and then move on. That means it will not endanger whole plant like the goat, for example. The goat will eat the trees unless it destroyed it all. The problem is that Sudan is the second richest in owning camel worldwide. However, there is a shift in the number of Sudan in the list worldwide. And this shift from the second to the third position, and surprisingly, the second position is occupied by the Chad or by Chad. And that is the number of camel for several years from. So the camel is used, especially in Sudan, for mainly live animal exportation, for race, for the Gulf country, and even for meat to Egypt, Libya, and to Saudi Arabia. And this marketing for camel, sometimes it is illegal because there is some illegal work like escaping and having camel to others through Al-Arba'in Road, and or they call it the Black Road. The main contribution of camel, it produces milk, which sustain its nomadic herders, meat, wool, hide, and skin, in addition to the race, traction, and even tourism. The most important, this camel, as I said, it has a very role in sustaining the life of their owner. However, the production of camel product, not only milk, meat, leather, and their value chain is very limited. And as Professor Allam, we have some effort of trying to develop some of camel products. Camel milk is especially has unique properties. It is the source of nutrient, have very beneficial bioactive substance, which is now known for its health value. So it is very important to have those camel products be available in the global market. And now some countries are leading in this respect, like Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and even the United Kingdom, by the way. There is a lot of work, and now there is what is called ISCART, which is the Society for Developing Camel and Research. Here are some of the challenges for commercialization of camel. I'm not going to go on that. And as you see in my title, there is traceability. What is traceability? It is a method that can guarantee identification of animals or animal products within the food industry. And this traceability now is very important from the point of food safety. So any movement of cattle, sheep, goat, or camel, it could be under license. And for the farm animal, they have, or they should have, an ear tag or identification number to ensure traceability. The current or the newest one is what is called barcode. Barcode, it is like very small. It could be like small like the rice that it can be put in the flank of the animal, and it contains number and it link to its owner passport, and even the owner can deal with it, and all those systems are linked together in what is called station. It should be belong to the Ministry of Animal Resources, so that the movement of the animal, marketing, and even the product can be traced back. So to conclude, because everything is written in the chapter for those who are interested, camel are very valuable animal in Sudan, and it contributes to food security. It has socio-economic status and have a very good contribution to the national wealth role. However, in this chapter, we proper traceability program to conserve a national herd should be tackled. This project is very simple, that we want to link all the farmers, not only for the camel, but the animal owners, to have the number to be registered, identified for tracing back, which is very important for getting their right for the animal, like insurance in the trade, and even for genetic conservation at the country level. Also, extension service, including veterinary supervision, is needed or are needed to increase the awareness of camel breeder and herdmen on the best camel rearing practice via accurate method of making and preserving camel product. The intermediate technology intervention and the application of a proper animal identification and traceability will conserve, restore the national herd identity, and thus the national economic growth. So providing the proper means of processing, marketing, and transportation could be via demonstration, cooperation, creation of market, and even consumption, because most of the people, they hate the camel product without trying them. So to take the advantage of the values of camel milk and meat as organic and functional food, it should be addressed clearly by promoting their contribution in the food security, ensuring sustainable development, and thus this will help in achieving the UN 2013 Sustainable Development. Before I will leave, this is part of our work, is done several years ago, dealing with the herd that directly. This is in Al Gadarif market, this is with women, and even with the owner in the desert. So thank you very much.